So Pompino is coming in, dick swinging, dick swinging. Dude, this guy's giving press conferences, and I'm finding out we're acquiring Greenland, bro. Canada might be the 51st state. Mexico might be joining the Union. We might be picking. The Gulf of America. Are you kidding me? Outrageous,
That that
and I
one
love it.
that one caught me off guard. I've never thought of that one.
This is what I'm saying. We need guys like Trumpino. Pompino is this guy's groundbreaking. He comes up with things that the normal person doesn't come up with. Like this is the type of guy you need in power. And I saw some people making fun of it, making comments like a lot of change seems to be coming. I'm like, yeah, that's the kind of change that we need. Yeah, name it the Gulf of America. Why the fuck is it the Gulf of Mexico? Fuck Mexico. Might as well be the Gulf of America, the America Canal. Fuck Panama. It's gonna be the America. Name it all after America. Why not? Why not? So
The Panama
yeah, you
Canal
gotta.
is a good one. The American Canal.
Yeah, the American Canal. I mean, we're probably the ones who fucking protected anyways with our military force. Same thing with Canada. Same thing with Mexico. Mexico's sending us the fucking cartel, so we might as well take in Mexico with all the drugs and all the shit they're bringing into the U.S. We might as well just make it a part of the U.S. So yeah, what what are you thinking about Pompino right now?
I think, yeah, he's going in guns a-blazing for sure. I saw one of the reporters asked, they're like, can you guarantee to the world that you're not going to use military or economic force to take Greenland and Canada? He's like, no. He's like, can't guarantee that. Which he's
Yeah,
like, keeping the cards close to the chest. You don't want these countries to know what you're going to negotiate in a deal like this. You just keep it to yourself. He gets in the office in 12 days, 13 days. Just keep it close to the chest. And when you get in there, he's going to lay all the cards out on the table and say, this is what we're going to do. But what's interesting about the Panama Canal is that America actually built the Panama Canal. And what Trump said was that we originally used it for our military, for our Navy ships to go from the Pacific to the Atlantic or vice versa, from the Gulf of America to the Pacific. So why we lost that, and now we pay all-time high fees to go through, while Panama lets other countries just pretty much go through for free. Trump's like, that's not going to happen anymore. That not on my watch, which is exactly what we've talked about over the past couple of months of like people ripping off America, Trump getting America back to a status where like you're not going to rip us off, you have to respect us. So I love it.
right. Yeah, I love it because why are we going to spend all this money for all these other countries to protect them, to overfund NATO, overfund these other organizations, just because we have the strongest currency, we have the highest GDP, we're the richest nation in the world. Cool, those are all great things, but that doesn't mean just get fucked over. You don't become the most successful, wealthy person in the world by just getting fucked over by other people during business deals. Whenever Elon Musk grew his businesses, he didn't just go to everybody and say, "Oh yeah, just because I have money now, I'm going to overpay for everything. I'm going to get fucked on this deal, get fucked on that deal." That's what the politicians in the U.S. government have been doing is, "Oh, we have a bunch of money. Let's just overpay, do this. Oh, that's
Yeah.
fine. That's fine. We have it. We got it." But then you see how quickly we spiral into debt and over leverage ourselves and put ourselves in a situation where the country's now, well, how rich is the country? We're in trillions and trillions of dollars of debt. So Trump's coming in saying, like a traditional businessman, saying, well, if we're going to be doing deals, I wrote a book called The Art of the Deal. I'm not going to be out here getting fucked just on deals just because we're the U.S. No, we're going to impose our will the way that we do militarily across the world, except through economic power. So yeah, of course he's going to impose tariffs, impose these things on Canada and Mexico to make them actually want to join the nation.
Shout out to W Pizzle, our first subscriber on Twitch while live streaming on Twitch. What a fucking G.
Come on, Pezzy.
Welcome in, Pizzle.
Pizzle, he loves the peanut. He loves what Trumpina is doing
Yeah,
right
he
now. I
must.
bet
He
he.
must.
Yeah, yeah. He had a sub. He said, "Greenland, bring him in, bring him in, bring in the Greenman." What do you even call people from Greenland? Greenish. Gre
Americans.
Americans.
But here's the thing. Here's the thing about Greenland and Canada. Well, actually, Canada's a little different. If you look at just the Greenland deal that could go down, what are some of the most memorable deals in American history? The Louisiana Purchase, which we bought like tons of land from the Mississippi River over to, it's not, like, I guess Texas wasn't part of that deal yet, but all up through the Midwest, one of the largest land deals in American history. And then to acquire Alaska as well, another huge deal that America has got. Not only like just landmass wise, but we get so much oil from them, lumber, trees, all these different things we get from Alaska. And what I think Greenland can do is provide like that next purchase for America. It's like, okay, we bought Greenland and here's what they provide for us. I really don't know much about Greenland. If you guys do in the chat, please let us know what Greenland provides. But what I think and what I've heard Trump talk about yesterday is kind of the need for national security. It seems Russia and China, they kind of post their ships up in the Arctic up there, and they're all around Greenland. So I think from a standpoint of national security for America, that's what they would want to do it for. And from what I've seen pictures of it, Greenland looks beautiful as well. Maybe we'll have to take a gentleman's trip up there to Greenland and see what it's all about. Do some skiing.
Yeah, yeah. As soon as we bring it into the U.S., bang, we don't even need a passport. Just go ahead and pop on a flight, go to Greenland, chilling. We're beautiful. And that's the thing that so we talked about this before with America and how there's nothing really exciting going on in America. We're not really building new things, innovating in a way where it's exciting. These other nations are doing it, etc. Pompeo finally gets elected. And he's coming in and he's saying, fuck it. We're growing the US. We're bringing in countries. We're buying this. We're buying that. That's the shit that's exciting. So I don't even know why anybody would be, oh, why would we buy Greenland? Why not? We have all this money. We love sending it all over the world and giving it to other people so they can buy things with it and they can kill people with it, etc. Why don't we fucking do something with the money that's going to benefit the US? Like fucking buy Greenland. Hell yeah. Go grab Greenland, use it as a security measure against these other nations. That was the same thing that Trump was saying about Canada. It's like we protect Canada anyways. Our military is the one that protects them. The Russia, China, they have their ships up there. Again, same thing towards Canada, near Alaska as well. Why not just bring in Canada if we're going to be paying for all their military resources and protect them with our military anyways? Well, they might as well just be a part of our GDP. They might as well be a part of our nation. Like, why not? And so I'm curious to see what he does. People probably don't see the Canada thing happening, and I'm sure nobody believes that could actually happen. But if he fucks them up with tariffs and imposes economic pressure on them to the point where they're going to have to do something about it, I don't see why he wouldn't be able to bring them into the U.S. Like, what would prevent them from doing that? And why would you prevent them from doing that?
Yeah, I don't. I know I'm not a Canadian, but if you think about it, Canada has way higher taxes than any of the highest tax states in America, New York, California. Their taxes are even higher than then. So right off the bat, they'd be the highest tax. Trump promised to cut taxes for them, which I'm sure Canadians would love. And also just the Canadian dollar is not as strong as the US dollar of things we talked about like tariffs and things like that. So if they were able to have a little economic pressure relief from transferring their Canadian dollars into US dollars, now they have full military protection. I believe it's NORAD, North Atlantic something air defense, our air defense, but that's what we use to cover the Canada is the NORAD treaty. So yeah, I think from an economic standpoint, it makes a lot of sense for Canadian people to want to be part of the U.S. I guess the topic comes up as the culture differences. Like they're probably
Nah.
very quiet up there. They don't and then being a loud American. But the benefits that they would get from joining the United States is way better than the benefits of them staying in their own country longer under tariffs and under all these economic pressures that Trump's going to put on them.
Correct. Yeah, it would be better for the nation. So why would you not do it? Because like you said. What do you benefit from being Canada as opposed to just being a part of the U.S.? What benefit is there outside of oh well we're different culturally? Well, you motherfuckers got Drake, and Drake's pretty much our culture now anyway. So you guys are
Is
Americans.
he our top
So
pick? Our top Canadian pick, really?
yeah. Drake is the best Canadian for sure. I'll give it to him. But that's what I'm saying. They have Drake, so they're American enough. They got one of the best rappers in the world. So they're fine. They'll be able to assimilate. I mean, Canada has American sports teams. They got the Toronto Raptors. They got the fucking Toronto Maple Leafs. They got the what are they? Senators? Yeah, Ottawa Senators. Yeah, they
The
got
Blue Jays.
yeah, the Blue Jays, the fucking yeah, all of them. So so Canada will be fine. They'll be able to assimilate just fine. And same thing with Trudeau, Bumdo. He just resigned. I know that from what I understand, he resigned because the next political opponent that was going to run against him was pretty much going to smoke him. Is that right? Or why exactly did Trudeau resign? Do you know?
Yeah, I don't know. I think he just couldn't take the pressure of what was about to come with Trump. I think he was already catching a lot of heat once he went down there to Mar-a-Lago. Trump probably laid out a whole plan for him of what he was going to do. But yeah,
Right.
you're right. I forget his name, that guy, but I know who you're talking about. He's the leader of the Conservative Party in Canada. So that's another thing too. Like if Canada wants to be part of the United States,
Uh-huh.
some people, maybe half the population, half of them do, half of them don't, whatever it is, leave it up to a general election vote. And the next Canadian Prime Minister vote, put a little tally box at the bottom. Should Canada be part of the United States? And then
Hmm.
yes or no to checkbox and see what they get. If the Prime Minister, I don't think the Prime Minister, this new Prime Minister would want to, because he's showing that he wants to uphold Canadian values, Canadian sovereignty, like be able to make decisions for their own people,
Right.
which I understand. But in the long run, if you're the Prime Minister of Canada that was able to make a deal with Trump to become the 51st state of America, you're going to go down in the history books way more than whatever you're going to do as the Prime Minister for another 4 years.
Exactly. So and correct, exactly. You're going to be way more of a hero because you're going to be part of one of the biggest, you know, or not economic, I guess, one of the most incredible change of borders in human history, most certainly in American history. So I looked up Trudeau. Why did Trudeau resign? It says Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau on Monday said that he would step down in the coming months after 9 years in power, which I'm interested to see how that works with their term limits because obviously it's not a 2 4 year terms because he was in for 9 years. It
Hmm.
said bowing to pressure from lawmakers alarmed by his Liberal Party's miserable showing in pre-election polls. Yep.
Hmm.
A subdued Trudeau among the most prominent progressive leaders in the world. Yeah, bomb. Told a press conference that he would stay on both as prime minister and liberal leader until the party chooses a new chief within months. This country deserves a real choice in the next election. Become clear to me that if I'm having to fight internal battles, I cannot be the best option in that election, Trudeau said. So he's trying to blame infighting in his own party, when in reality it's just people they don't fuck with Trudeau, which makes sense. You see this shift happening across the world right now, where all at the same time, people are rejecting this liberal politics, these liberal views that were getting shoved down everybody's throats for the last 12 years in the Western countries and Western civilization.